shall see. We shall see. But yeah, definitely interesting next season. And honestly, I feel like he's gonna do like he did this season. He's gonna go to the wire, and things will crumble at the end of the season.
I don't think he's. I think that's what it is. I think he's not feeling the pressure. Like Ten Hag, for example, and I know we're doing that comparison a lot because it's
you're doing it. I'm not doing it.
Not just me. A lot of people are doing it, but I am doing it as well because it makes sense to make that comparison, right? It makes so much sense. And if we look at it, for example, again with Ten Hag, from season one, he had pressure. From season one, oh, you finished third, that's not good enough. Oh, you got a trophy, that's not good enough. You need to come back next season. You need to be in Champions League. You need to go far. Like that was second season already.
But I think we talked about this, and the conditions Ten Hag came in and the conditions Arteta came in is a little bit different. So that's why from season one there wasn't as much pressure on Arteta that there is on Ten Hag, and that you have to understand why.
I understand. I completely understand. We're still talking about big clubs here. We're talking about big clubs. Just because Arsenal doesn't mean he can walk in and have 2 free seasons.
No. But let me tell you what the difference is, though. The difference is Ten Hag came in with a big reputation. Arteta came in after Lundberg, and
that's not just the reputation.
So of course, it's too different. It's way too different.
Amorim has the same pressure right now. Amorim has the same pressure Ten Hag had.
A big reputation. It's not his first job.
I don't know about that.
Only had pressure, so that's reputation too.
Only didn't have pressure at first. Only did not have no pressure at first. He did not have any pressure. Only did not have any pressure when he first came.
He got sacked the third year.
Yeah, the third year, yes, but that was when he was trying to. You're talking about when Ten Hag came, there was pressure on him first year. Oli didn't have that. He came in, he was like, Oli is coming back. He's the
He was doing well.
The first 2 years he came, but that's what I'm saying. The conditions, you cannot compare Ten Hag's situation with what at first with Arteta's situation because it's 2 different situations. Arteta came to when he came, he was given time. He was given that insurance that he was going to have time to change the club, to turn the club around.
That's what I'm saying. So
yes, at first there was no pressure because that was his job at first. He wasn't necessarily to go and win. Just like Ten Hag when he came, because of his reputation, he was supposed to come in and start winning straight away. So those are 2 different.
He did that. That's the thing. Hold on. Let me finish the point first because I feel like we're going in many directions. So my point is the club, the culture of the club, whether it's fan, whether it's the club, the direction, there is more pressure on the manager to deliver, right? And I think we can agree on that. Arteta has less pressure to deliver. That's what I was saying, and that's kind of what you're saying right now. So basically, that's what. The point is, I feel like he's too relaxed. He feels like, okay, even if we didn't do well, at least we have progress. So next season, because that's the thing. It's the next season syndrome, and I feel like it comes from the manager. That's my opinion, and the pressure as well is not put on the manager enough.
Yeah, I understand, but I mean, I was saying it because you compared first. You said yourself first season, so that's what I'm telling you. That when they came into completely different situations. Arteta's job and Ten Hag's job when they first came in the first year was 2 different jobs. So obviously the pressure is different.
That's what
I'm 2 different jobs. Ten Hag came to win. His expectation was to come to win. Arteta wasn't. So that's the thing. That's facts. So,
I just want to confirm.
No.
I think because if you look at it.
He came as an experienced manager.
Yes,
so he was going to come and change your fortune around. And because he was supposed to win straight away, and he was supposed to take your club from there to there.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
And that's what happened. That's what I'm saying.
Arteta, well, if you're saying that's what happened, that's your club. That's not even the issue. What happened if it happened?
No. It's the point I'm going to make.
It's about the conditions. In which they both came, and I'm saying the conditions are different. Arteta came in and he was given license.
I understand. Yes.
So the pressure wasn't the same.
That's
now,
what I'm saying.
If you're looking forward to now, and you keep saying that you feel that there's no pressure on him, I'm telling you that there's pressure on him right now. There was pressure on him this season, but maybe there wasn't as much pressure as maybe you want it to be. But
yes, to
I'm
be
telling
a
you, there's a lot of pressure on him right now. That's for sure.
I mean, if you look at the situation, I think I understand what you mean with the Ten Hag. He came in with a reputation, so obviously the expectation.
So that's what I mean. It's not a good.
No.
But wait. The situation of the actual clubs when those managers came in was similar. Like those were similar. Obviously, the reputations of the managers coming in were wildly different.
I
understand that, but the situation where the clubs were when those managers took over was a similar position. So
yes, but the thing, I understand that this is not what we're talking about. The situations of the clubs are different, but the task of the managers that came in the situations is similar, but the task of the manager that came in is different, and that's the thing, because Ten Hag came in to turn things around. It was basically for you. It was a quick fix. Ten Hag was supposed to be a quick fix for you.
It was the same job. Arteta was given more time.
It didn't come in.
The same job.
Ten Hag didn't come in and be like, "Oh, listen, and we're gonna give you 5 years. Just take your time to rebuild the team." He didn't have that. He came in with that.
He had to show progression, of course.
Yes.
But it was the same job. He was coming to change the culture, change the team, change blah, blah, blah. Like, we changed a bunch of the backroom staff along with it.
He was expecting to do it in real quick time.
He wasn't expecting to win straight away, but he was expecting to.
Why do you get a great manager like that?
Change the culture of the club.
Originally, and I feel like we're moving away from it. The actual point is not the manager itself and the condition he came in. I didn't mention that at all. What I was talking about is that the similarities we can have between them, at least there's many differences, but the similarities is that when they come in, whatever the job is, the pressure to accomplish that job is different. Okay? Whether Arteta is a rebuilder or is here to win the league, the pressure to do so is not as great. That's what I'm thinking, because not only was he given a lot of
how do you gauge that though? I mean, that's the thing.
It's really easy. Maybe around the third season you could see the pressure, because usually the pressure is felt through the fans, the media, the fans. We saw that with Ten Hag. When the fans and the media are against you, you're pretty much toast. We're seeing that with Ange right now. At first, it was we talked about it. It was the story of the year, whatever. The media things switch for him, So again, the pressure from the club to do the work, I feel like you can say it's less, or maybe it's not as rough, because now he's in year 5. He hasn't won anything, right? But there's no calls for his head. There's no deadline. Hey, if you don't do it by now, you're gonna have to go. Just like there was for Ten Hag. If you don't win the FA Cup,
who gives the deadline? I mean, the club is not gonna come out and say, "Oh, if you don't win that, you're out." No club does that.
No club does that. But
that's not. But so
you hear it.
So
the media is
okay. So we cannot control what the media says. So if the media wants to put pressure on you, that's the media. What how is that the responsibility of the club or all that? The club is never.
It is.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Is the responsibility of the club in the sense that they need to apply that pressure so that it's felt throughout the whole community. That's how, as I said, for us with Ten Hag, that's where it started. The pressure of the media was felt through the fan base, and then that went to the club. That's how he was able to, when he won the FA Cup, we all knew it was do or die for him. How do we know that? It's not like we're talking with the club direction. We felt the pressure from the media, from the fans, for everything, and we feel it.
Exactly what I'm saying. So you're saying the media has to apply pressure first, right?
Not necessarily. It can be the direction. The direction can apply the pressure.
But you're saying two different things now. or is it Terry? Am I?
I don't get.
I'm lost now with what you're saying, man.
The point is so simple.
Okay.
I feel like Arteta is not getting.
I think you've lost both of us.
All right, I can make it again.
Yeah.
The point is so simple. The pressure that there is at Arsenal is not the same as Manchester United. The pressure.
That's what I'm saying. How do you gauge that?
Again, that's what I'm saying. You gauge that with the presence of the community, the activity of the, let's say, the media on the manager. If he's having a bad game, for example,
control the media. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you gauge that by the fact that he's still there. Like, I mean, I don't get this whole
the direction is not putting anything out
to rebuild. Like,
with
I don't get this whole
you don't get the argument. Let me explain the argument again, because I've said that so many times.
Because it's
Arsenal.
It's not. He didn't take over Crystal Palace. He took over Arsenal.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't have experience. We're gonna give him.
Because let's take Chelsea for example. Chelsea, you can tell that there is high pressure. You can tell. Because if in a season you don't accomplish a goal, you fired. You know that's the culture of the club, and that's what I'm talking about. Arsenal doesn't have that. They gave this guy.
We don't have a culture of firing people, managers. Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, from what you're saying that the pressure. But when you listed it, you said media first, and then fan, and then board. That's what you said in that
There's
order.
No specific order. It can come from the.
You said in that order, but I mean that's what I'm saying. How do you know if it's from the board? How do you know that it doesn't have that pressure? Because I'm telling you that right now, especially with Berta here, and especially with this year finishing the way it is, there's massive pressure on him right now. Massive pressure. And that's probably that's what I'm saying. How do you gauge that? Just because the media maybe hasn't put as much pressure as you want them to be on him, doesn't mean that's not there. I'm telling you this there because I'm watching.
Factor.
That's the media. You can control the media. What you can.
But it's a massive factor.
So what do you want them to do? Do you want them to go out there and say, "Oh, put pressure on Arteta"? That's not gonna happen.
Yes, because they did that with all the other managers.
Are you dreaming? What club does that? Oh, I'm gonna go out there and just sell out.
No, not the club. Not the club. No, I said the media. I didn't say the club is gonna go out there to tell the media to do that. I'm saying the media themselves. They have a liking to Arteta. You know, when you look at ESPN,
the media have a liking to Arteta. This is the.
They have Jews. They're always defending them. They have Jews. They always. They have Jews. They're defending them.
Arteta is getting ridiculed every week about all his little tactics.
I mean, come on. If he's at another club,
where are you, man? I don't think you're watching the news. Arteta, Arsenal.
I am.
I don't think he doesn't get as much as many managers.
Doesn't get as much as many others. You're gonna compare that to the stick that every Ten Hag gets, Ange gets. No way.
No, because you're not watching it. Then every time Arteta does a little thing, they're on him. They're on him. Every time Arteta is getting out of his technical area, they're on him. They're always saying, I can show you a lot of stuff what they're talking about.
He doesn't get as much as other managers.
I can show you 10 times as much.
I'm telling you, it gets more. Who gets more? Who gets more than Arteta right now? Tell me who gets more than Arteta.
Amorim gets more than Arteta.
You are joking.
Amorim is in sabbatical year. Everything is like,
my God.
He doesn't get anything.
People are calling his job for
even when we win.
You're not watching. I guess you're not watching the media when it comes to Arteta.
Well, they're already calling for Amorim's job. He doesn't win the Europa.
That's probably because he's in the final. But I mean, that's a different. But I mean. It doesn't mean they can both coexist, right?
Let him finish his point.
Both situations can coexist. Both situations can coexist. What I'm saying is you're not watching the news if you're saying Arteta is not getting. Arteta is getting ripped. Arteta is getting ripped every little things that he does. Every little things that he does. Now, so I'm just gonna go back to your point as well, because I think we're dragging a little bit to a but I'm just gonna go back to your point. The point is, you're saying that Arteta is not getting as much pressure as you saw. I'm telling you that right now, he's getting a lot of pressure right now. And to go back to Thierry's point, when he's saying that he doesn't get why because he was a new manager, there wasn't as much pressure. I'm saying that the situation is different because he came in with a license. Okay, we gave him time. You're a new manager. You come in with your philosophy, and the club is where it is. We're gonna give you time to work. Now you can go and say that he shouldn't have the time or not. I'm just telling you why he got the time. So it's two different things. It's two different things what we're talking about. You can probably say he did not. You could probably say that he did not deserve the time. That's a different conversation. I'm telling you why he got the time, and I'm telling you he got the time because that was his task at first to come in, and he was gonna have time because he was as well a new manager that was coming in.
So how did you know he was given time?
But he's still here.
He's still there.
No, I mean initially you said when he came, he was given the time. That was the job. He was given time with the job. So how did you know at that point that he was given time?
But they've said it. I mean, he was
exactly. The board said it, so they can make communications like that. That's also my point, right? So
your point is the board is gonna go to the media and tell the media you'll put pressure on this guy so we can sack him. That was
I mean that's not
no one does that.
You saying that word for word, but I didn't say that word for word. I said the board can put pressure. I didn't say they're gonna walk there, drop a letter there, and put pressure like that. No, they have ways to do that. Just like they have ways to give you time. They can communicate that in a way, right? So again,
how do they put pressure and then they communicate to the media?
They let news articles fly all the time. They let the media
do that with us. With you see that.
I mean that's self-sabotage. Just because you guys do it doesn't mean everybody got to do it.
A lot of
the thing is like
Chelsea does it.
But I mean, no, I mean Chelsea does. Okay, well, let's follow Chelsea then, because
there is a list of clubs that do it.
They're the example to follow. I mean, I don't care what Chelsea does. But let's just kind of move on from this now. But at the end of the day, that's it. I mean, just to come back and just kind of finish that. Just in case you didn't know, now you know. There's a lot of pressure on Arteta. I don't care about what the media does. Although the media puts a lot of pressure on him right now, but the fans, and that's what we're worried about now. The fans, what do the fans want? And the fans, they are on him right now. I'm telling you, they are on him, and that's just how it starts. Now, if you want to see what the media have said about Arteta throughout the year, you can go and Google it, and you'll be surprised. Maybe because you don't know, you'll be surprised that he's been attacked on every little thing since the documentary about what's it called? The documentary that we did. I forget the name now of the documentary.
All or Nothing. Yeah.
All or Nothing. Since then, he's been ridiculed. He's been ridiculed in media every week.
I mean,
since then. So I mean, we'll see. But let's just move on from there. Let's just move because I think we spend a lot of time. But just a last point, Thierry, and then we'll move on.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's each club's perspective because obviously we all go and watch with our own club's perspective and blah blah blah. And from the outside looking in, I do not see that he's getting the same intensity of pressure from fans, from media and stuff that other managers may be getting. So I think from the outside looking in, I think many fans, maybe that are not Arsenal fans, will agree. Maybe Arsenal fans will probably say it differently. My whole point was I didn't get the whole point that we're going to give him so much time and so to do this because Arsenal is still a big club. So, but anyways, it is what it is. It's where they are now. I honestly don't see a big pressure. I think if he has the same season this season, maybe like challenges better for the league, and like let's say gets Champions League semi-final, FA Cup final or something, and they lose, blah blah blah. He's staying. They're not gonna sack him. They don't want to sack him.
That's what you think. But
that's what I think. I'm looking at the fans. The fans are very 50-50.
If he doesn't win anything in the 6th year, I think it's gone because I've given you factors as to why. The fact that he hasn't won, that's one. And the fact that there's a new director. Every time there's a new director that comes into a club, if you flop as a manager, you're gone. You're gone. You don't even last. The proof is in the pudding with you guys. Soon as your guys came, they got rid of the guy. You know what I mean? So every time there's a new director, because he wants to come with his team, he wants to be successful, and he has a success, well, because it comes with reputation, right? So he has a successful team that he works with. Obviously, he's not going to come in and sack the guy straight away, but he's going to wait for you to flop, and then he's going to bring his own team. And that's what usually happens. So that's what I'm saying. The pressure is massively on him right now.
All right, we shall see.
All right, well, let's wrap this video up. I think it took a little bit longer than it should have. And we'll come back. We'll come back with a second semi and our reactions. Feeding Bros. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.